Without my other co-host Ali, he got something going on, and our engineers at work. But it's me and the ladies, Miss Vanna, Miss Asha, Miss Robin. How you ladies doing tonight?
Pretty
Oh, we're
good,
gonna be
pretty
lit.
good.
Okay, we need some feminine energy up in here. What y'all mean? What you talking about?
That's
The
what's up.
estrogen
What's
army is
up?
just slowly taking over lifestyle.
Oh man, I'm gonna black out. I'm about to black out. So, in fashion of how we normally do this, it's a holiday today. It's National Square Dance Day.
What? Yeehaw.
Definitely. It's National Package Protection Day, whatever that is.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
National Electronic Greeting Day. And then it was one
Electronic
that's
greeting?
yes, Electronic Greeting Day.
Okay.
Okay,
We're gonna
today is
go
the
with
day
it.
that Rockefeller lights their Christmas tree in New York.
Oh, bless them.
And it's one interesting one that we might talk about. It's Little Woman's Day. And I did a little research on that. And I'm pretty sure Vanna did too. I think she said something about it.
Oh yeah, the
But
Eastall Woman Day.
yeah.
What the hell is that?
So this is like a cold case kind of like this lady
Yeah,
got
it
murdered.
is.
She
It's a
got murdered
mystery
in
on.
Norway or something like that, and they haven't figured it out yet. So
Yeah, it's a mystery on how she died. It's a mystery on who she was. It's a fascinating story. I love it.
yeah, it's a little captivating. You got to go look that up and check that out. But I think what it said that it means some ice venue or something like that. It's something crazy.
Eastall was the area that her body was found,
Right.
and that they just call her the Eastall Woman because from situations leading up to the case and what was found at the scene, it is believed that this woman was an espionage spy. It was during the Cold War, and when like Israel and Russia and everyone was just like throwing hands. I gotta mute Discord. I love y'all, but I'm busy right now. Mute mute the server. Okay. Okay. But like it was so interesting. So like when her body was found, the front half of her was completely burned. Her arms were up in like a boxer position, but the back half of her not burned at all. So like that's
Mm.
the first weird thing. When they did the autopsy, not only did she have the carbon monoxide in her lungs, leading to them to believe that she was alive when she was burned, she had 70 sleeping pills in her stomach.
Mm.
And
Damn.
like I don't like taking pills in general. Like if I had to take more than four, it's a fucking hassle. So to like take 70, and I think they said like this case is like I don't remember off the top of my head when the Cold War was, but it's like probably over 100 years ago. Maybe. I don't know. I'm
That's
23 and
yeah.
they did not teach me shit in school, so the
Yeah,
education
I just
failed
didn't pay
me.
attention.
I thought the Cold War was just when it was us against Russia back in the day.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
we
no,
we
something like
just
Russia
that.
don't know
was
what
throwing
year it
hands with
was.
everybody. Russia was just
Well,
saying, "Come get some. I'll fight
and
everybody."
and they still do. They still
I
do
was
be
gonna
like,
say,
try a
you just took the
bitch.
words right out of my mouth. They still on their kind of time. Shit.
Ain't
Yeah, I
nothing
thought that was
changed.
crazy, like how they still don't know like what happened to this lady that long ago. It's kind of strange. I mean, well, I guess not.
Well, it's like there's not a lot of information to be had to like discern who it was. Like the DNA results and the like tests from her teeth that would tell her like what the water was like when she was growing up, that they can pinpoint to a geographic location, was saying somewhere in Norway or Germany, but it could also have been America, which is like, I don't know if you look at
Mm,
a map, that's pretty far.
yeah,
Yeah. So
But
this is a day for her.
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
to remember her because it's such a famous cold case. It's like up
Hmm.
there with like Black Dahlia and all those other ones.
Yeah. I like cold cases, but I like when they get solved, so they're not really
Yeah.
cold cases no more.
I
So
mean, I think that topic's kind of dope since I got all you women on here, showing feminine power. I think my black person today is gonna be a woman too. Go figure. We can run this however y'all want, man. I'm a pilot today.
Well, shoot, I don't know. I don't know
I
what
mean, let's have a conversation. Y'all,
I don't
what
know. We
I'm the
could.
so how
minority
was
right
y'all
now. I'm the
right?
minority, so y'all go ahead. Let's do it. Let's do
Well,
it.
well, shit. We was talking about what do y'all want to talk about? So we could talk about
Um,
alchemy because I was really big on alchemy. We could talk about um mindsets. We can talk about because
Mm-mm.
I don't really know what's going on in the world. So if y'all want to talk about that, I'm not the I
What's
so
can't.
going on in the world? What's going
interesting
on in
thing
your
for
world?
me. For me
Yeah.
personally, besides working on my business, writing my books, doing my oracles and all that, one thing I've been trying to do personally is learn how to lucid dream. And that's like when you can actually control your dreamscapes.
Oh,
Hmm.
don't
And
do
I've
that. That's
I've
scary.
tried to do it for years, but only recently have started to have success because like I'm following along with like hemisync
I don't know
music
why
is
people
great
scared
for
of
that
that.
because it's the unknown, Miss Asha. People are scared of what they don't know
So
because they don't know
so
what to
so
expect.
you don't you scared of astral traveling? That word, dream
Astral
walking, is what it
projecting.
really is.
No, I'm just bullshit. I'm just like to crack jokes.
Um, well, some people they don't really know what that is. Like,
And it's scary
I'm
until you
glad that
start
we
to
are
feel
kind
it.
of talking about this because I think that I think it's sensationalized a lot, and then it's spooky a lot. Like
Mm,
people get afraid of it. Like like I heard this one man say, you know, he don't he don't judge nobody who do tarot cards, right? Because y'all
mm-hmm,
know I read them or whatever.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
But if he want them, you're not bringing them into my house, right? People have so many misconceptions when they cast lots in the Bible. That's what divination tools are. You know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
think that people have a misconception about um, what divination tools are, what they attach spirits to anything, not understanding that um, you can have a woman and bring her into your house, and it's a spirit attached to that woman, and you worried about tarot cards. So you
Yeah.
you
I mean,
understand what I'm saying?
no, spirit's definitely attached to people, good and
Yes,
bad. So,
exactly.
my
So I
grandma
think
used to always tell me, like, don't hug everybody.
you're fucking right. Kevin Gates, y'all know I love Kevin Gates, and I'll probably,
Nah, yeah, David definitely
but
on another. He on another time zone too. Shit.
yeah, he'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch you, and I don't, and the more that because people say bad vibes, good vibes, people say that shit all the time, but I don't think they
Mhm.
be really understanding what they don't really be believing what's coming out their mouth. I think they
Yeah,
say it because it's cute. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
yeah.
Because when you really understand energy and how that shit work and how it transfers,
Hmm.
one, y'all will be a lot more careful about who y'all sleep with. Let's talk about it.
That
Okay.
too.
Thank you, Miss Asha. Thank you. Witch talk has blown up so much of the stuff of the spiritual
What's
community.
that mean? So you can't just go sling dick everywhere? What's going
No,
No.
no
on?
slinging. Stop slinging the
Okay,
peen, the
Emred,
demon dick.
let me
Stop
Y'all
slinging
slinging
explain
that
this
all
to
demon
the
dick
you.
time.
everywhere.
It's a demon dick.
Emred, let me explain this to you. Your sacral chakra, the orange chakra, the second in the line in the base of your energy flow, is the one that stores all of your creative energy and also all of your sexual energy.
Hmm.
So, like, it stores every sexual experience you've ever had. People that frivolously give themselves out
Oh,
like
they
that
used to feel.
constantly
My
feel a
shit on
void
overload.
because they're constantly draining themselves out. Because it's like that Sam Smith song, Put Your Aura into Mine. That's literally what you're doing. You're blending auras, you're blending energy, you're
So how
meshing
many
it
can I
together.
blend?
And then you be jumping from penis to penis, or you jump from cooch to cooch, and then you wondering, sitting around here wondering why you going crazy, or why
Hmm.
you acting
So,
bipolar,
so that shit will drive you
or
crazy.
Yes.
let me
Absolutely.
tell you, look, you ain't never
Something.
have you ever been in a relationship where somebody who probably, so maybe you were a go-getter
Uh-huh.
and they were not. They were a
Okay.
taker and you were a
Hmm.
giver.
Okay.
You have never this is the same energy as in if you hang around four millionaires, you'll be the fifth. If you hang around four broke people, you'll be the fifth. If you are with this
Okay.
person every day, and they don't have any drive, any goals, any ambition, but you waiting for a motherfucker to change. Oh, I love him, but you sleeping with him. That same energy that is within him is now transferring into you. So all of a sudden, now you don't have no drive. Now you don't have no ambition.
All right, so if you got drive, why won't yours transfer into him?
Because they
Because you
have to
can't.
want to. They have to want to
Exactly.
change. They have to want to have that foundation
Okay.
in themselves. That's like one of the biggest
Exactly.
things that will, like, when you come
And
into
that laziness is
spirituality.
already within you. Do you
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying?
I
That's
see.
already within you. You just choosing. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Anna.
No, you
You're
fine,
just
love.
choosing you're choosing to be ambitious. You're choosing the opposite.
Right.
You know, that is within them too, but they gotta step in it to operate. It's real, you know, it's real easy to chill. It's real easy to do nothing. It's
Okay.
real easy to do that.
Let me get Robin's point of view on this. Robin, what you think? I can't just sling dick everywhere and be all right.
You know what? But I'm really I walk away from crazy, like even just in general. But yeah,
Why you hear this?
think about how many energies you have dipped into and then dipped into mine, and then all of these energies coming together, because it's never just you and me. It's you,
True.
me, and everything that you've been with. So if you've been with Cuckoo Cuckoo, that Cuckoo Cuckoo is in me. So
I do believe in a purging process. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do believe that you can uh purge that energy out of you. But that's why I say, like, if you've been with somebody for about a year, then about 6 months you need to be by yourself working on you. At least half the time you was with them.
That's
So
what
they can purge out your
Mama
system.
always said to me. If you're with somebody and you break up, take at least half of the time that you were with that person for yourself. And like I recently I was doing
Ali, shut up.
Ali,
Y'all
shush, you
can't
are
hear.
distracting me.
I can't
I
hear
have
Ali.
gone through a purge recently. So
He
like
writing in the chat. His
over the
crazy ass.
Thanksgiving period, I had a serious self-care day. I took a hot bath, I played some hemi-sync music, and I was doing this visualization going back to a point of trauma that has I've carried since I was a very young child. I don't want to get into the details of that on a live. I might tell you guys after, but I'm not going to get into the details of that on the live. But when I was in the bath and I was doing the visualization, Mama had told me to do this, is to go into the physical space where the trauma occurred, like the room that it occurred, and clean it. And I not only cleaned it, I not only bleached it, I threw out every piece of furniture, every object.
Godliness.
Painted and shit. You in there painting and everything, huh?
No, I threw it all out. I stepped between
All
my
fresh.
younger self and the causation of the trauma. I stepped between myself and that to protect myself in that. And I cleaned that entire room. And when I was
that's
done
healing work.
and when I got out of the bath, I felt this complete shell, and like it was like this oval shaped shell between my sacral and solar plexus chakra. And I realized that so much of that trauma was being carried in that area, preventing not only my creativity, but a lot of my mistrust in relationships, especially with men. And this was a huge part why I cannot trust men and why I do not feel safe in a relationship with men, and also what is blocking my own intuition and blocking me from trusting myself. So when I got that out, one thing that people don't know, when you do purging, when you do smudgings, you have to fill that energy back up with something more positive. Otherwise, that negativity is going to come right back in. So I went downstairs, I hugged my dogs, I hugged my mom, I made myself a cocoa, I watched something that made me happy so that I was refilling that energy with positive energy. That night, when I had my lucid dream, this was it was very much a nightmare for me because I saw a lot of horrible things like human trafficking, and the causer of that was someone that I knew personally in my life. I saw children getting hurt. I saw myself in danger. And when I went to someone for help, it was just like, oh, you just made this a lot worse for yourself because you tried to fight back. And uh actually, that happened the night before I did the purging in the bath there. And so after the bath that night, I went back into that same kind of realm, that same world. And that doesn't normally happen for me. Not only do I not normally remember my dreams, I very rarely have consistent dreams that go over the next night. So the next night I was in that same world with like the human trafficker, the abuser, and all of that. But I was like in this espionage spy. I was more in power. I was
Shut
more
up.
defending myself. Shut up, Ali.
What's happening right now?
He talking some no Diddy music aloud. He
He's
talking
just
some no
talking in
Diddy.
chat and it's
My
distracting
guy in
me.
the chat acting stupid.
He talking some no Diddy music aloud. I'm sick of him.
And so like the act of healing myself in that trauma has allowed me to not only trust myself more, but allow myself to feel more like inspirational and creative and sensual. And
Well, I'm
so
I'm
glad you
like
glad
did
that
it.
you brought
I'm
something
glad you
up
did it.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. The healing of the relationships that, I really like talking about the dynamic between men and women, right?
Before we
So,
get to it, hold on, Asha. Cause I just want to say something. I'm joking with y'all, but I don't slang dick everywhere. I am married. My wife watches this,
yeah, I
and
knew
my
that.
mom watches this. So, mom, I'm just joking. It's just for the ratings. I'm sorry.
Right.
I was
I
never
was gonna
like
tell you,
I was
look, I was
never
gonna tell
like
you she gonna whoop your
promiscuous.
butt.
Like I was afraid. I was afraid of like getting somebody pregnant or catching AIDS and shit. So I just went out here like
valid
Dirk
fears.
Diggler. Like I was definitely scared into being celibate. So I was never like I taught my son the same thing. I was like, bro, your dick gonna fall off. Just keep it in your pants. So
No, for
you know,
real. Especially
yeah,
nowadays, like
yeah. Like this
it's
shit you
getting
can catch,
People
you
crazy.
can't get rid
nasty.
of.
And that's the conversation. Like I was talking to a young lady today, and she was talking about how many guys she's been with around the school, and and she'd be like,
Wow.
you know why I like them, and we sitting there looking, it's me and one other teacher, and we like, she was like, for his dick. I mean, like straight up, it's okay,
So it's not.
and so we
She
do.
learns that behavior. I'm sorry, go ahead, Robin. I'm gonna talk when you
Oh,
finish.
absolutely. She has definitely learned it from someone, and they're not
Society.
doing the right
I was gonna
thing.
say, yeah.
We never teach them about intimacy. We don't teach them about
Nah.
so many different things. But
Exactly.
but guess and this is how they roll.
This is the culture we live in right now. It's
And don't
Yeah, they be
feel
sucking dick in the bathroom. It's
the
really.
bathroom in the car. It don't matter at work. It don't matter. It
I'm
goes
talking about in
wherever.
the school systems. I'm
oh,
talking about when they be at school.
they do everything, and you see it, you name it, you see it.
That's crazy.
Males,
But
males,
see,
males,
it's
female,
like
female, female, everything. There's like no holds barred.
I can remember when
Kevin
getting a
Gates
kiss
got
on
a
the cheek
song
was a
out.
big deal.
Kevin Gates got a song. Right. Kevin Gates got a song out, and I think it's called Beyonce. That's the only song right now that I don't too much like. He got that girl Sexy Red on there. I don't listen to
Yeah, I know
none of
you're
her
talking about.
shit.
Some
You
kids
know what I'm
Nah, yeah, she
saying?
love her
definitely off the
too. I
chain.
didn't know who she was until
Yeah, I don't listen to none of her shit. But he got a video of her because I don't judge nobody, like I said, But she on stage, she pregnant with heels on, short ass shorts.
Mm.
Like, bitch, you finna be a mama. Like, you finna be. Does
She
that mean
finna.
anything to anybody? Just,
Obviously not.
I'm just so confused. You know what I'm saying? And then I couldn't even tell you her lyrics. I just know I didn't agree with them because I was thinking like, this the old toxic Kevin. This is what this is. I guess he had to give him something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
get the record sales up.
because I very rarely skip his music. Like, because lately, his couple of albums I could just play right on through. But that song right there, but popping, they just make it. Culture makes it cute. And when is it going to be cute to cover your head, to hold yourself with grace and poise?
I
Like
don't.
we women don't even understand what the word demure means anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
think that it's something wrong with, you know, being a fucking lady, like having class. Like that shit ain't cute. Like
That's why
not to
they
me.
don't get the six figure
21
man.
degrees up
Exactly.
here.
Exactly.
Kids was still today wearing shorts with fishnet stockings. They were still wearing half shirts, and we sure did call a drill where they had to go outside. But it doesn't. They are not. They are so unaffected by anything and everything. Like it doesn't.
It's carefree.
Nothing phases them. And
people can say
the
it
younger
was always like
generation,
that, but I don't like when TLC was out, they was wearing, you know what I'm saying, overalls and shit.
No, it's
but you know what they was doing though?
Ballgame.
They was preaching safe sex though, because when they came out, the AIDS was booming, so they had to.
Yeah, these kids are carefree.
Diana, when you were saying something,
sorry. So speaking as a member of the younger generation, I mean, I know I graduated high school like 5 years ago now. Shit, I'm still traumatized from that. But
I wish. Shit.
But it's
damn.
Being brought up with the internet, so much more was exposed to us at a very young age, and so little of it was filtered. Like things like sex was
we definitely
like idolized
were blessed not having
put out as like such a positive thing. It was so often seen, especially in media, that was the only role of a woman as the plot device, was just like, oh, I want to go get this girl. I want to like lay some pipe with this. And that was like the entire plot of the movie. And everything about it was just treating her like a sexual object. And it was so embedded in women, like, this is my value, this is my worth, this is my role as this gender. And I think that's led to a lot of the things with the alphabet mafia, with the LGBT, and people like, no, I don't want to be a woman because women have constantly been suppressed and used. Let me be a man so that I am stronger, so I am more powerful. That is one mindset that could lead to someone choosing to transition themselves. I am turning it into
is women got all the power.
Thank you.
It's not presented like that. It's true, but it's not presented like that.
That's y'all just don't know it, but y'all got
exactly. God damn it. That's only because we think that power is external. We think that we got to yell or we have to manipulate. Alhamdulillah. You know what I'm saying? In order to get power, and we don't. Sometimes silence. You ever heard, a wise man once said, nothing, shut the fuck up sometimes. Okay? Why don't you hush? Like, for real. But women get so offended by saying, sit back and watch. That's feminine energy to receive. Do you know what I'm saying?
Feminine energy.
I'm probably get some flack about it, but women definitely got the power. Y'all control everything. Y'all just don't know it.
Yes.
No, we know it.
Some of y'all do.
We know it.
These three here know.
Well, it really, like, I be real passionate about this because I talk a little bit about the sisterhood I created. So I'm real big on not even women empowerment, just women standing up and taking their power back. And more of taking their power back is not being so fucking masculine. That's really taking your power back. You know what I'm saying? Not having to feel like you have to go and get everything or you have to be the one. Because I was thinking, and this is just my way of thinking, okay? So, like, I think that a lot of children are so messed up because women, we wanted to work again. I be wanting to slap the fuck out of whoever did women. And this is me. This is just me. Okay. So I be wanting to slap the hell out of whoever wanted to fight for my rights. Bitch, I could be sitting up, taking care of my children and my husband right now.
Yeah.
Really?
And you know what's going to happen?
And not having to worry about bills.
He's going to go to work. He's going to go to work, come home, bring you that check, and let you take care of what you need to take care of. And all is well.
Well, I see, and I just see things slightly different, and I'm going to say because...
No, we're supposed to. That's why we're here.
Because I am a single mother. And
applause to all the single mothers.
And it's very hard for me to let go of the quote unquote masculine side. It's so difficult. And men that I was in relationship years ago when it was really hard for me to entertain a relationship, they were telling me that. And I don't intentionally mean to take over and just do things. but it's very hard to sit back for me.
Yeah, but in certain circumstances, when you're forced to do both, play both roles, you don't have a choice. So
Right.
I feel why you wouldn't. I wouldn't let go either. When I mean, you've been
And I,
doing it
and
for
I
so
felt,
long,
it's
so
not about
wow.
not letting go. It's about learning to
but
let go.
when I felt
Right?
like I felt like I let go, the shit just went sideways, and
Yes, and now you gotta take back over.
it was always me reeling it back in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so
and I agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, and so I mean, so that's where, but I am learning, and it's really hard. And what I hate to say it, and I know I do say it, is I feel like I gotta play dumb to let go.
Mm.
It's
You know,
not
it's
so
Nah, you
much
just
playing dumb.
mm-mm.
It's giving up the ego's need to constantly be in control. I constantly get this in my oracle messages that is because the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine is very difficult. I myself have leaned so much more into the divine masculine because it made me feel more empowered, because I was able to stand up and stick up for myself. I didn't even embrace my feminine side in like how I dressed. Everything about me was more masculine. That's something that I'm doing more recently. And I'm getting a lot more
Oh, I'm
peace with
proud
that
of
because
you.
of the healing that I am doing. So, Robin,
Mm.
I understand you, and Asha, I understand you both perfectly, but that is why we strive for balance.
hold
And
on. You
balance
don't
is a very
understand me?
Exactly.
difficult thing to achieve.
No, you ain't in this.
Oh shit! Get off my
But
podcast.
look, I wanted to tell,
It's
I
our
wanted to
podcast
tell,
now.
I wanted to tell Robin, like, I understand that completely because, you know, I've had to do things. I was married for 14 years and I'm
Damn.
sitting here like when something go wrong, he looking at me. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me. You know what I'm saying?
Like
So
who gonna take
women,
over?
right. And it was always me. You know what I'm saying? So we have been kind of forced, but I had to come to the realization and conclusion that it was me who chose these men at the end of the day. You know, now is that um making it like giving them a pass? Hell no. Because the men have become real you the woman. Okay.
Yeah.
You want the flowers
It's
now.
so
You
true.
know what I'm saying?
Hey, hey,
So
hey, 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 hey,
They are.
hey, hey,
look,
hey,
only
hey.
look. I'm talking about only hit dogs to holler. You know, you take care of your house. I ain't talking to you.
I
You
do,
know what I'm
I
saying?
do,
Okay, I ain't
but
talking
I
to you.
do. Sometimes I do look at my wife like, "Hey, yo, can you handle that while I do this?"
That's different. That's we are. Look, and even when we're talking about divine masculine and feminine, as Vanna was talking about, when we are in our creative flow, that is our feminine energy. When you are
Mhm.
creating, and then in order to bring in your divine masculine, he brings structure to that,
Okay,
to your dreams. Do you know
okay.
what I'm saying? So there is a time when you got to be in your divine feminine to create something,
Mm.
but in order to bring that into manifestation, there has to be some kind of structure. And that's
Yeah.
where the divine masculine come in. That's how we balance it and that's how we work together. But when you in a relationship, you get
Hmm.
to ease off one or the other when you're together. So you don't
Nice.
have to operate so much when you're with your wife because that's why she's the wisdom, she's the intuitive. So you don't
Okay.
have to operate in your divine feminine so much, right? As far as when it comes to the nurturing and the
Hmm.
caring
Right,
and
right,
the
right, right.
loving part, because she's there. And then she doesn't have to operate in so much of the structure and the building and the, you know what I'm saying? And the
Yeah.
assertiveness, because you're there. That's the beauty of relationships.
Mm.
Yeah, but when you have trauma from past experiences and things that have led you to lean more closely to another side of it, like
Oh,
in
yes.
doing my shadow
That's
work
where
and
healing needs to
processing,
occur.
yeah, in doing my healing, I realized that this was one major thing with my last relationship that I had. My last relationship, well over a year ago now, is like last summer in 2022, was the first relationship where my partner was an actually good guy. He was sweet, he was caring, he was compassionate, he was patient, he always asked for consent before doing anything. But I still was not in a place where I could be accepting of the love that was being offered to me, because I still felt like every sexual experience that I was went through was someone using me as an object,
I
even though I know
understand
he
that.
wasn't like that. And I've had many conversations with him afterwards. He is still a very good friend of mine that I care about a lot. But like as Miss Asha was saying, like the balance of Like, I could not bring back my masculine side when he was there
It
because I
destroys a
was
lot.
so, yeah, and I was so closed off. I was in
Mhm.
situations where I was uncomfortable and I didn't even know why I was uncomfortable. And it's
Hmm.
taken me like processing and doing shadow work and the dreams that I've had recently and journaling to realize a lot of those things. Now, I don't know when I'm going to be in a relationship next, and thank the fucking gods above and below, I'm finally not being as much as a thirsty hoe as I normally am because, like, I am a
Shout
very
out
That's
to all the
good.
thirsty
affectionate
hoes out
person.
there.
I
Shout
am a
out to all
very
the thirsty
affectionate
hoes,
person. I
freak
crave
hoes.
attention. I crave attention. I crave affection
Oh,
all the
Vanna,
time.
we knew you was a freak, Vanna.
Not Ali put in the
Not
shut
Ollie,
up.
shut up. But
Oh
like the level of
shit.
exposure that you have to go through to be in a relationship, that's where I get hurt. That's where I get like, okay, I can't be exposed like that anymore because if you see me,
You
then you'll
know,
see.
that's the fear of being vulnerable.
And
You're
I've had
afraid
to
to
be
be
strong
vulnerable.
for so long. So I use my zodiac signs to like display like this sort of panel. I have like the war battered bull that is my Taurus, my sun sign. I have the wise Capricorn that is my rising sign, and then I have the Virgo that is my moon sign. Virgo is the maiden, she is the virgin. And she is like in this little panel in the imagery that I have is like the bull has been so protective of the maiden trying to keep her safe because the moon is the unconscious, subconscious, emotional parts of yourself. And the bull has had to do so much fighting and so much war that it's so hard for it to step back and let the wise Capricorn step forward and be more kind and be more caring. That part of my ego still is very much like, no, I have to protect myself. No, I have to defend myself. No, they're all going to hate me because people have always hated me. I've only recently come to a point in my life where I'm realizing that people don't hate me immediately when they meet me. And that is
Yeah.
something that I experienced so much in school. It's just like immediately teachers were put off by me because I wasn't normal. Classmates didn't like me because I was weird. Even in my friends groups, I was always the outsider looking in. I never had a place where I felt like I fully belonged. And that's why it's so important for me to create Soul Shine, is so that I create a place that no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, I see your beautiful soul and I accept you and I want to inspire you and lead you to follow your own divine light, your own divine beauty, to find the power in yourself because it was suppressed and removed from so many of us. Every time growing up, it was always like my power lies outside of myself. Power lies in my pastor, power lies in my teacher, power lies in my parents. Our power was removed from us so early. Like even in school, I pledge allegiance. Our words have so much power and they were immediately programmed into us to pledge our power to something outside of ourselves.
They do. Our words do have power. And I want you to think about that as you continue along your healing journey. Because as we are along this journey, a lot of the times we tend to focus on our traumas, which you were just doing. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to try to, instead of that, try accepting yourself as you are right now. You know what I'm saying? Try giving yourself that love, the love that you want to give everyone else. Keep giving that to you. Keep saying, because it's not about other people accepting you. It's about you accepting you. You know what I'm saying? It's about you loving you. And I think that like I said, a lot of people, not just women, we look for out and I'm gonna, because we all do need validation. But what spirit doesn't want us to do is to search for validation on the outside of us. Because once we begin to validate ourselves, then it manifests in the
Mm-hmm.
physical. Then it will manifest in the physical. But you still do have a lot of trauma to where because even that whole spiel you just gave about the Capricorn and the Virgo, and like that's still sort of defense mechanism. Do you know what I'm saying? Because all of that is great and fine, but still, if you keep telling yourself that you're the shit, regardless, you keep telling yourself whether or not those teachers accepted me or not, that's on them, because I'm still the shit.
Yeah.
That's their
And
fucking loss.
and that's something I have to constantly tell myself. It's just like they're not being affected by this. I'm the only one that's hurting from this.
Yeah,
And
it's not even about them still. And this is where and I don't mean to cut you off, but I love
you're
to
fine, love.
redirect. Yeah, I love to redirect you because we don't even be realizing what we're doing. We don't. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell my clients, if you keep saying about them, then the focus is off you. This is your life. So the focus needs to be on you. And it doesn't matter about what anybody else thinks. It's about what Vanna thinks about Vanna, right? So regardless
That's
of,
definitely the case, ladies. You should always big yourself up. Fuck everybody else.
yes, it's
And
not
we're running
about
out
you,
of time,
love
my
you.
ladies.
Oh,
Running out of
sorry. But
time.
Vanna,
Yeah.
you are the shit, beloved.
Vanna, you the bomb, okay? Don't let nobody else tell you nothing else.
Thank
All you
you,
ladies.
love.
Why Ollie didn't write that
you
in the chat?
ladies, weekly, y'all come in and y'all give out insight. We learn something every week. I definitely appreciate the shit. I appreciate y'all carrying me tonight by myself. I ain't have to do a lot of
Finna go
talking.
eat.
Big
That's what's up.
great.
I ain't have to do a
That's
lot
why
of
he
talking,
cut
but
me
I
off
think
like that,
it
'cause
went.
he
I ain't
finna
mean to cut
eat.
you off. You did all right, but in sight of all the lady power on here, I'm gonna do my black person for the culture. It's Miss Katherine Johnson. Y'all know who that is?
I believe so. Is
Katherine
that the
Ain't gonna
woman
even
from
lie.
Hidden Figures?
I ain't gonna
Yes.
even
Now,
lie.
Katherine Johnson was a mathematician and a physicist.
Mhm.
The first black woman to work. She wasn't the only black woman. She was the first black woman to like hold power at NASA. She graduated high school at 14. She graduated with 2 degrees from West Virginia State at 18. Y'all go look Kathy Jones up. She definitely was in the movie. Hidden
Smart.
Figures was about her.
Mhm.
Played by Taraji P. Henson.
Love that movie. Some of my
and she
favorite
did-
actors in there.
Figures.
And Barack Obama gave her
Ain't never
the
seen
Presidential Freedom Medal. So
Mhm.
y'all definitely go check out Kathy Johnson, man. That's my black figure for the week. I got some amazing women on here for this podcast. I appreciate y'all. In
I'm
30
sorry
minutes,
if I talk too much, y'all.
Nah, you good.
Same.
In 30 minutes,
I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna be
Vanna.
broadcasting on the radio, WDJY 99.1 FM. Go check that out. Streaming on the TuneIn app. As always, the merch is for sale. MD Redmond brand. So come holler at us. Soul Addict After 5. You want t-shirts, gear, whatever. We got it. All the stuff is pinned down at the bottom. And my boy Ali, you can cut it, my boy. We done for the night.
All right. Y'all have a beautiful night.
I love y'all.
All right. See you guys next week.
I think that went pretty smooth, man.
All right.
It
I was
always
low key.
did.